So, welcome back, Vico, Skill Provider, a new session, something new I'm going to give you today. This is the weekend class. It's Friday. So, obviously, the weekend class, I have a lot of things to give you today. We discussed something yesterday, it was all how exactly you can use certain expressions in different situations. And today's class is just an extension class of yesterday. Today also, I am going to give you some idioms, okay, and they are quite popular. You can use it in different situation. Aji jo jinchota mu apnu କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଯାଉଛି, you can use it at will. You can use in different situation, okay, and these are called ready-made things. Apnu kiछि karibar nai. You have to just know the situation and you have to use it, right? And today also that is something called idioms, common idioms. We can call it common idioms. Very common idioms because these are prominently used. You go anywhere, whether you are working in a corporate sector or day-to-day life, you guys are using a lot of things. I use a lot of things. You can easily understand what exactly I mean. Okay, so ami jo jinchoda ji poduchanti, it is going to help you in a tremendous way. Okay, so today the first one is something called something has gone for a toss. Something has gone for a toss. So whenever I say something has gone for a toss, what do you mean by that? Just check it out. You can say my cell phone. Let me give an example. My cell phone has gone for a toss. So what do you mean by that? Right? Suppose this is my this is my cell phone. I'm trying to do some things, but it's not responding. I mean, it seems it stops somewhere else. So that is something called it has gone for a toss. Whenever I say it is gone for a toss, that means it stops working properly. It stops. It means it stops working or functioning properly. And that's the meaning, my friends. Something has gone for a toss. Something can be anything. Suppose I can say my watch has gone for a toss. That means it stops functioning. It's not ticking right now, right? You can say my plan has gone for a toss. That means you have planned something, but it did not, yield the desired result. You can say my plan has gone for a toss. And believe me, my friend, this is a very, very common, idioms that you can use every day. On a daily basis, use something has gone for a toss. Oh my God, my preparation has gone for a toss, right? Suppose, today I planned something for you, but there was a problem in my system. I can say, dear friends, I really apologize for the things because I planned something for you, but my entire preparation has gone for a toss because there is a system failure. So what do you mean by that? Whenever something has gone for a toss means either it's not functioning or you can say it did not go the way you wanted to. Okay. And believe me, this is an Indian expression or you can say Indian English. Then you will be very surprised. Indian English? Yeah, this is called Indian English. If you are trying to use it in a native speaker like in America or in United States or you can call it Britain, people don't understand this one. This is completely an Indian English. There are so many Indian English there. Let me tell you something called brinjal. ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ବାଇଗଣ ଖାଉଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି, that is called brinjal, but that's Indian English. If you go to America, people call it eggplant, and the actual English for that brinjal is eggplant, but we Indian use brinjal most of the time. What is there? Brinjal. But there is nothing called brinjal in America. They call it eggplant. Exactly, this is an Indian English and most it is very famous. It's not like that we have close to 140 crore people. So people use like something has gone for a toss. You can easily use it. There's no issue at all. But let me remind you guys, this is called an Indian English. Then you might be thinking, then what will be its American or British version? The British version is called go haywire. Okay. You can say, my cell phone has gone haywire. My cell phone has gone haywire. My cell phone has gone haywire. And this is called American or British English. So both are correct, my friends. Why I told you, know, sometimes you are supposed to know what exactly you are learning. So this is an Indian English, completely Indian English. If you ask me, if you can, I can ask anywhere. You go to South Indian side, you go to North Indian side. This is valid everywhere. Oh my God, you can show. Suppose this is my, something's my like marker. I'm trying to put it. It's not working. I can show. Oh my God, I purchased new one. It has gone for a toss. Means it's not working, right? Sometimes your plan, a lot of things are there. You can use the same expression. But if you want to be, little bit American or British people, then you can say, my cell phone has gone haywire. So both are correct, but one is called Indian English and this is something called British or American English. That's the difference. And you can use it in different situations. Whenever the plan is not up to the mark or something has not, you have something has stopped working. ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘରେ ବହୁତ ଗୁଡାଏ ମେସିନାରୀ ଜିନିଷ ଅଛି, right? Lot of machinery. Suppose ଆପଣ TV remote is not working. Oh my God, the remote has gone for a toss. That you can say. Okay, your cell phone is not working. You can say it has gone for a toss. So anything and everything that you operate and it stops functioning at that particular time, you can use the expression something has gone for a toss. Something can be anything. Okay, something can be any electronics items or something called electrical items. Electrical items or electronics. Suppose your fan, it's not functioning. Your AC is not functioning. You can say, oh my God, it seems it's gone for a toss. But if you try to say just like in a British and American way, you can say it has gone haywire. That's the difference. Now this is clear to everybody? Clear? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Let me give you the second one. Okay. You can say the ball is in your court. Okay, very interesting. Look, whatever the things I'm going to give you, these are widely used in spoken English. ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଏଗୁଡ଼ା direct use କରନ୍ତୁ. You guys say, sir, I'm not getting right kind of words. କିଛି ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ. ଆପଣ ଏମିତି use କରନ୍ତୁ ନା. Suppose ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘଣ୍ଟା କାମ କରୁନି. There are so many machinery issues there. ଆପଣ କେମିତି କହିବେ ଘଣ୍ଟାଟା କାମ କରୁନି? Like a lot of translation process comes to your mind. Sometimes you're not getting it correctly. So you use it like that. My watch is not, my watch has gone for a haywire. Or you can say it has gone for a toss. Exactly. So exactly same way, the ball is in your court when you can use. That means whenever I say, suppose Ashok sir and I have a discussion. And I'm telling to Ashok sir, the ball is right now in your court. What do you mean by that? The ball is in your court means it is your turn to take a decision. It is your turn to take a decision. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ, let me create a situation for you. ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି like ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ discussion କଲା ସମୟରେ ଆମେ ଆମ କଥାଟି କହି ଦେଇଥାନ୍ତି ଏବଂ ସେ ଲୋକର opinion କୁ ଆମେ ଅପେକ୍ଷା କରିକି ଥାନ୍ତି, ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତିକୁ, ଡିସିସନକୁ, ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତିକୁ ଆମେ ଅପେକ୍ଷା କରିଥାନ୍ତି. ଆମେ କହିଥାନ୍ତି ଠିକ ଅଛି, ମୋ କଥା ମୁଁ କହିଦେଲି, ଆପଣ ଏବେ ଯାହା ଡିସିସନ ନେବା କଥା ନିଅନ୍ତୁ. Exactly in that particular time you can say it is the ball is in your court. Look, what I have already explained you, it is over for my side. Now it is your turn. Or you can say the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. That means it is for you to take the next decision. So whenever there is a conversation, ଆପଣ conversation କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ତ situation ବି ଆସୁଛି ଯୋଉଠି କି ଆପଣ ଆପଣଙ୍କର decision ଦେଇ ସାରିଲା ପରେ ଆପଣ ସେ ଲୋକର डिसीज सपोज आपण गोटे परचेस करूछंती सपोज देयर इज यू आर ट्राइंग टू परचेज ए लैंड तो से गोटे प्राइस कहूची आपण गोटे प्राइस कहउछंती आपण कोन कहउछन देखंतु जदी मते एतिक रे मिलिबो मु नेबी एबे निष्पत्ति आपणकर द बॉल इज इन योर कोर्ट that means right now you need to take the decision whatever I told you that's over so look this is a very powerful expression very powerful expression you can use it abundantly you can use it whenever you want right suppose अपन जे कौन सी सिचुएशन रे अपन देखिले जे गोटे अपन गोटे पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन का सहित गोटे डिस्कशन अछंती आपण आपनकर निष्पत्ति सुनै सारला परे तांकर निष्पत्ति सुनिया पई व्यग्र होई थांती or you can say like you are looking forward for his decision so in that particular situation you can the ball is in your court that means it is your turn to take the decision because mine is over or I have already my views I have already I've given my opinion okay so this is something called the ball is in your court right and the third one look these are very kali mu apanku I have already gave some 100 sorry 10 different expressions or idioms today also I'm going to give it 10 and these are very important my friends try to use it apan struggle karibeni believe me if you are trying to use this is called spoken english apan spoken english mu apan barambar कहल lot of people are with me for quite some time apan mane jo mane aji except I believe one or two people a lot of people are with me for quite some time so let me tell you one thing these are the expressions that prominently found in spoken english अपन spoken english रे व्यवहार करंतु that is called spoken english it is not about you are trying to say something doing translation अपन भाबुछन मु खाली translation करी कहली that's not spoken english try to say like this today I'm going to give you some 10 different powerful idioms or expressions that is going to solve some of your problems while trying to speak okay now the third one is called hold your tongue okay so what do you mean by hold your tongue look there are a lot of situations in your life अपन को लाइफ रे एमते अनेक सिचुएशन आछि अपन जानी सुनी चुप रहंती yes or no आपण चाहूचंती कहया पई बट सिचुएशन बाध्य करे आपण को चुप रहया पई suppose I'm in a team meeting my boss is blasting me off he's trying to screw my happiness किंतु मु जानी सुनी चुप रहउछि कोन पई जदि मु ताकू किछि रिएक्शन करबी तो मो जॉब जाई पारे right suppose you are sitting in your आपण आपनकर एचएम पाखरे बसचंती those are teachers हेडमास्टर किछि कहउचंती किंतु जेहेतु से सीनियर आपण चुपचाप रहंती so that is something called hold my tongue or hold your tongue right आपण गोटे मीटिंग रे बसचंती आपण बाबा अछंती जणे आपण को गाली गुलस करछि आपण जानि सुनि चुप रहंती that is called hold my tongue I had to hold my tongue hold my tongue means you stop yourself from speaking you wanted to speak but your inner instinct tell you not to speak because the time is not conducive a lot of things happens like this आपण चाहिले मध्य आपण निजକୁ निजे कंट्रोल करंती इट्स जस्ट लाइक स्टॉपिंग योरसेल्फ फ्रॉम स्पीकिंग to stop yourself from speaking okay how can you say suppose आपण गोटे लोक सहित कथार्ता होउछंती आपण ता गाली दउछन से गाली दउ हाउ नै I know you are an idiot but I have to hold my tongue you know the reason my father is there or my brother is there so a lot of things happens आपण जेतले निजुक निजे व्हाट इज द सिचुएशन मु कहि छी ऑलरेडी व्हाट इज द एसबीएल टेक्निक आपण अप्लाई करिवे व्हाट इज एसबीएल टेक्निक यू दे आर ऑल द सिचुएशन कोन एठी अछि आपण चाहिले कहि परंते किंतु आपण चाहुनांती कहिया पई बिकॉज़ देयर इज अ डेंजर यू नो द कॉन्सिक्वेंस फॉर एग्जांपल आपणकर डीआई छंती योर सीनियर ऑफिसर कम्स एज इज ट्राइंग टू से लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आपण चाहिले ताऊ दीपद कहि परिवे किंतु आपण जानि छंती चुप रहया भलो because you are under him in the hierarchy so that is something a look that guy told a lot of things to me but I had to hold my tongue I could have been told a lot but I did not tell I had to hold my tongue so like that tamane mu nije ku nije control kali कहया पई ଆପଣ ତ ଅନେକ କଥା କହି ଦିଅନ୍ତି, but most of the time you never try to speak it, and depending on the situation, because you know there is a consequence of your talking. So whenever you're trying to stop yourself from speaking anything that may create problem for you in the future, and that time you need to hold your tongue. You can say, or like, this is the situation. ଆପଣ ଉପଦେଶ ଦିଅନ୍ତି, ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ କହିବି, ଆପଣ ବି ଭଲ ଭାବରେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି। ଲାଇକ୍ ସପୋଜ ଗୋଟେ ଝିଅଟେ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ କରୁଛି, ତ ତା ବାପା ମା ତାକୁ କଣ ବୁଝେଇଥାନ୍ତି, ଭାଇ କଣ ବୁଝେଇଥାନ୍ତି, ଦେଖେ କାହା ଉପରେ ପଡି କହିବୁନି, କିଛି ଦିନ ୱେଟ୍ କରିଯା। ସୋ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ଟୁ ହୋଲ୍ଡ ୟୋର ଟଙ୍ଗ। ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ସେ କିଛି କହିଦବ, ମୁଁ ଆମର କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ନେଚର ଅଛି, ଲାଇକ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ଦ ପର୍ସନାଲିଟି वी कैन से। କିଛି ଲୋକ ମାନେ ମୁହଁ ଜବାବ ଦିଅନ୍ତି, right? They always tell whatever the things at will, they don't care anything, but situation sometimes not conducive for them. So for them, suppose your brother, is your sister, is your father, or for yourself, like, how exactly you can say, you have to hold your tongue. That means try to stop yourself from speaking unnecessarily. You have sometimes upon a right, hold your tongue means to stop yourself from speaking. That means you are wrong. It's not like that. ମୁଁ କହିଛି already. Suppose I'm your boss, and whatever I'm going to tell you, it's trying to some incite you. You're trying to you are offended. ଆପଣ ମତେ ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଇ ପାରିଥାନ୍ତେ, but you are keeping yourself calm and quiet. There is a consequence. ଯଦି ଆପଣ ମତେ ଉତ୍ତର ଦେବେ, so you may get a transfer, or sometimes your job is in danger. So that's why most people don't say anything. They always hold their tongue. Now this is clear to everybody? Clear? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Manas sir, Satyavrat sir, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Christian sir, ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ଆପଣ? Your first class. Christian sir, it's clear to you? Ashish sir, Muktikant sir, everybody, those who are before me.
Yes, sir.
ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ଆପଣ?
Clear, sir.
Okay, great. So take a screenshot. Please take a screenshot. Very important this. I always request you to use it appropriately. Everybody. Okay. These are called very important things. Take a screenshot. So it is going to help you in future. Okay. So what is more important, my friends? Let me, tell once more. Something has gone for a toss, or, go haywire. Whenever it stops functioning for you. Anything and everything, all gaskets, whatever your belongings, it's not working. Even upon go key take you can say, oh my god, it has gone for a toss. Sometimes upon, like, suppose scooty chalouchanti, go bike chalouchanti, car chalouchanti, and sometimes it is not getting started. Oh my god, it has gone for a haywire. Or you can say it has gone for a toss. Yeah, that's. And the second thing is that the ball is in your court. It's time for you to take the decision. Hold your tongue. That means you are keeping yourself always in keep. You're keeping mom. There is a consequence of speaking something, or you feel that your father, your brother, a lot of people are there, so it's not wise for you to speak. କିଛି କିଛି ଜାଗାରେ ଆପଣ ବାପା ଭାଇ ସବୁ ମାନେ ଗୁରୁଜନ ମାନେ ଥିବେ, ଆପଣ ଚୁପକିନା ରୁହନ୍ତି, ବହୁତ ଅନ୍ୟାୟ ହଉଛି, but still you keep mom or keep quiet. In that particular situation, you can say, look, I had to hold my tongue. How did you hold your tongue? You are very talkative guy. You're still able to hold. What to do here? My father was there. How can I speak? So I had to hold my tongue. Like that. Very powerful expression. Okay. So this is over. Let me go to the fourth one.
ସେଟା breakdown ବି ଯୋଉଟା ହଉଛି, something has gone for a toss.
No, sir. Breakdown, that is only for whenever a machine is not stopping. Look, it is not a machine, sir. This is not a machine. So whenever you say breakdown, that is only vehicular things. Suppose you have a bike and it is not working, you can say it has gone for a breakdown. Got it, sir? But this is okay. So this is the fourth one. Cry old. All teachers, ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ପଢଉଛନ୍ତି, cry old, ମିଛୁଆ ରାଧୁଆ, ଆମେ ଗପ ଶୁଣିଛୁ ପିଲା। What do you mean by that? There is a guy called Radhua, okay, and for his own sake, he was trying to speak a story that wolf has come and taken his goat. but it never happens. But when actually the wolf comes, people did not help him. Exactly, cry wolf. That means you are asking for help whenever there is not required. So that whenever it is required, people will not come to help yourself. So that is called cry wolf. Don't cry wolf. ମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ନଥାଏ ଆପଣ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ ନିଅନ୍ତି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ପଡିବ ଲୋକ ହେଲ୍ପ କରିବେନି right so that is called cry wolf okay so you can say let me give an example here don't cry wolf don't cry wolf okay so it's just like just like in a form of advice you can give ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଆବଶ୍ୟକତା ପଡୁନି most people they are trying to gain sympathy by taking help most of the it's not required sometimes let me give you an example suppose I'm right now in good health ମୁଁ ଆରାମ ସେ ଯାଇପାରିବି କିନ୍ତୁ ମୋ ମାମାଙ୍କୁ କହୁଛି ମୁଁ ଏଇଟା ମତେ ଆଣିକି ଦିଅ ଆରେ ମୁଁ ଯାଇପାରିବି ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୋ ଦେହ ଖରାପ ଅଛି ମୁଁ ନ ଯାଇପାରେ so that time my mother can say look don't cry wolf that means you are in a good health you are good physique you can go here and there why you are trying to ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଛେ ମାନେ ଅଭିନୟ କରିବା right ମାନେ help ପାଇବାର ଅଭିନୟ କରିବା even you are good you don't require help you can easily do that but still you are trying to do it is something called cry okay cry wolf don't cry wolf that means whenever it is required nobody is going to help you out because you are trying to gain sympathy or help whenever it is not required just like an Indian tale is there ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ story ଅଛି ଆପଣ ପିଲାଦିନେ ପଢିଥିଲେ exactly same things that is something called cry wolf don't cry wolf that means don't try to gain sympathy whenever it is not required okay the next one hit the sack this is a very powerful expression hit the sack so whenever you are tired what you'll do you go to bed right for taking rest and that is called hit the sack look throughout the day I had been working I am not feeling good right now I don't feel good right now I need to hit the sack that means to go to bed to take rest or for taking rest okay so whenever this is suppose you can say it's 11 o'clock suppose how exactly you can tell your baby your kid look it's 10 o'clock it's time for you to hit the sack that means to go to bed for taking rest oh my god throughout the day I have been working I feel very sleepy it's time for me to hit the sack just like to go to bed for taking rest but what is more important ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ଶୋଇଲେ ହବନି ଆପଣ କହୁଛ I am taking rest sometimes people are sitting in the table and they sleep sometimes they are they are in a in the sofa they are also couching and they are also sleeping so that is not hit the sack means you are properly you are trying to enrich yourself you are going in the proper and you are going to the bed and for sleeping that is called hit the sack try to understand okay so hit the sack means it is called the proper sleep ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଟାଇମ ହଉଛି ଆପଣ ପୁରା ବେଡ୍ କୁ ଯାଆନ୍ତି ଆରାମ ସେ you take the rest and you put the light off and all the things you do that is something called hit the sack this is the proper way of taking rest right so it is not about sleeping here and there because we Indian don't feel like sometimes I'm sleeping like that I don't feel good sometimes I'm sleeping here sometimes I'm just going for hinge and forth in sofa and I'm sleeping there a lot of small kid they can sleep in the mother's lap so that is not hit the sack means go to bed that's very important okay so hit the sack look because like no it's right now in 9 o'clock and after 9 o'clock or maximum 10:30 you guys are very of course you have been working since morning so you feel sleepy after some time so that time you can say oh my god like now I have taken the food now it's time for me to hit the sack or you can say it's 10 o'clock it's 10 p.m it's time for me to heat the sack. Okay, like that. Number 6, it takes two to tango. It's a very powerful, very powerful. Apan mu kahila pare bujhi paribe. Try to understand. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. Ekka hatore tali bajeni apan kହୁchanti, right? So what do you mean by that? Two persons are responsible for something. ଗୋଟେ ଝଗଡା ହେଇଗଲା, for example, like Muktikanshar and I had a fight. He is partly responsible and I am also partly responsible. Suppose somebody, Taposin Imam, Sitamam, or Devjan Imam thus came into our force and they are trying to, they are trying to calm down us. Okay, so that time it takes two to tango. That means everybody is partly responsible for the situation. You can give a lot of examples like this. Suppose there's an affair. The boys and the girls both are responsible. Or there's a problem in the office. The boss and the employees both are responsible. Right? So you can say it takes two to tango. That means those parties who are responsible for a problem, they are partly responsible. It's not like that one guy is responsible. ତାମାନେ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଆମେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ଏଟା ଯଦି ଆମେ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କହିବା ତା ମିନିଂଟା କ'ଣ ଆପଣ କୋଉଠି ୟୁଜ କରୁଛନ୍ତି? ଆପଣ ମୋଷ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଦ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଲାଇକ୍ ନା ଗୋଟେ ହାତରେ ତାଳି ବାଜେନି. This is the things. Okay, it takes two to tango. That's very powerful, I told you, because you guys are using very frequently. I'm also using, means you must have used it or you have been using it. Like ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ସିଚୁଏସନ କୁ କାମ ଡାଉନ କରନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ କ'ଣ କୁହନ୍ତି? ଠିକ ତାଙ୍କର ଭୁଲ ଅଛି, ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଭୁଲ ଅଛି. It happens like this, yaar. Calm down. ଗୋଟେ ହାତରେ ତ ତାଳି ବାଜିବନି ନା. ତ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷଟା ଆପଣ କୁହନ୍ତି, let me tell you, it's not a proverb. ଆପଣ କହିବେ ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ ହାତରେ ତାଳି ବାଜିବା କ'ଣ proverb? We are not talking about Oriya to English translation. Let me tell you the situation. It takes two to tango. That means everybody is partly responsible for the situation. If there is a problem, then I am also responsible. You are also responsible for each and everything. Suppose there is a loss and we are partners. Our business is going on and there is a loss. So I am also responsible. You are also responsible. You cannot say I am responsible. In that particular situation, it takes two tango. So if I'm going to bear the loss, you are supposed to. You can say, no, I'm not responsible. No, it never happens. It is called, it takes two to tango. That means each one of us is partly responsible. Okay. It takes two to tango means each one of us is partly responsible. We are supposed to take the responsibility for the failure or for the success. ଯଦି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘରେ ଗୋଟେ ପଜିଟିଭ କାମ ହଉଛି, so both wife and husband are responsible. It takes two to tango. So whether in the positive situation or in the negative situation, you can use it. It takes two to tango. But more commonly, it is used in the negative situation. Right? Sometimes there is a failure, there is a problems. Like, you can say, if somebody say, I don't know, you can say, how can you say you don't know? It takes two to tango. That means you are also partly responsible. I am also partly responsible. Now this is clear to everybody? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now take a screenshot, please. Whatever I'm going to give you today, my dear friends, try to use it. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଇଂଲିଶ କହିବା ପାଇଁ translation ଛାଡନ୍ତୁ. If you're coming here for to do translation, I'm sure you cannot speak English. It may take ages. It take 15 years, 20 years. It will not. You cannot speak English. ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ expression ଦଉଛି ତାକୁ use କରନ୍ତୁ ନା. That is called part of English. That is called part of English. Okay, try to use it. Okay, now this is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next one, number 6 and number 7. Okay. Number 7 also even more interesting. What do you mean by number 7? It's a piece of cake. Look, from the expression, what exactly you can understand? From the expression you feel it's a piece of cake means like no, it is a part of the cake. Okay, there is a cake. It can be a birthday cake, wedding cake, all the things like no, you guys are celebrating. So it's a part of cake. No, it's not like that. It's a piece of cake means it is very easy. It's a piece of cake here. Suppose I can tell, guys, do you feel, are you afraid of speaking English? Yes, sir. No. Speaking English is a piece of cake. Okay. Speaking English is a, you know, speaking English is a piece of cake. What do you mean by that? Something is very easy. So whenever you say something is very easy, suppose you are a math teacher and I'm a student. I'm say, sir, I'm very much afraid of math. Don't worry. Learning mathematics is just like a piece of cake. Just like a piece of cake. What do you mean by that? I mean to say that something that is very easy. You can say whenever I learn from you, it becomes a piece of cake for me. That means it becomes easy for me, right? So piece of cake is easy or any difficult task. Suppose I don't know how to cook and some of madams tell me, sir, cooking is just like a piece of cake. I mean cooking is very easy. Spoken English is very easy things like that. So whenever it is easy, it is very easy means it is a piece of cake. You can say piece of cake. Okay. The next number 8, to sit on the bench. What do you mean the fence? ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ example ଦଉଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ. Suppose this is a fence. Fence ଅଛି. Okay. Fence ମାନେ ଆପଣ କଣ ଗୋଟେ ତାର ବା ଜାଲି ବା କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଦିଆ ହେଇଛି. Or you can say ଏଟା ହଉଛି ମାନେ ଯୋଉଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କର there is second party, part 2. This is part 1. And there is a fence between two. Suppose this is India and this is Pakistan. And there is a fence between two. And you are say sit on the fence. So what do you mean by that? It has a different meaning. Okay. So sit on the fence means you are completely neutral party. এটা ବହୁତ ଆପଣ ୟୁଜ କରନ୍ତି. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ, suppose your Gopal is your friend and also Peter is your friend and they are fighting. ଆପଣ କାହା side ନେବେ? Both are your good friends. You can say I'm sorry. I am sitting on the fence. I am sitting on the fence. I don't want to listen anybody. You are my friends. You are friends. This is your business. This is your problem. I don't want to take side with Gopal, either with Peter. So I am going to sit on the bench. So what do you mean that I am neutral? I don't want to give my opinion. So it is something called be neutral in a particular situation. Whenever you don't want to give any opinion because you don't want to influence the decision. ଆପଣ ଯାହା ପଟକୁ ପଢିବେ ତାର ଡିଗ୍ରୀ ହବ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି. But you three guys are there. What do you say? Sorry. ଆପଣ କୁହନ୍ତୁନି ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ସିଏ ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଭଲ ଆପଣ ବି ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଭଲ ମତେ ସେଥିରେ ଇନଭଲ୍ଭ କରନ୍ତୁନି. I want to sit on the fence. Okay. I want to sit on the fence. Sitting on the fence is always a good things in these days. Be neutral. ଆପଣ କୌଣସି suppose I am a political man. Neither I support any political party. So I can say I'm sitting on the fence whenever it comes to politics. Suppose there is a big rally going on. Neither I am a part with anybody. I can say I'm sitting on the fence. So there are a lot of people, those are wise people, they always sit on the fence. I want to sit on the fence in this particular issue. That means I don't want to be sided with anybody. I want to be in a neutral situation. I don't want to give my view in this situation. I want to be completely mum. I want to be completely quiet. in this particular issue. Okay, so that is called sit on the fence. Number 9. Okay, that's even more important. To step off your game. So what do you mean by that? Look, most of the time, to achieve something in your life, you need to constantly improve yourself. And that is something called step off your game, right? Suppose I want, guys, you are not able to speak English. You need to step off your game. Suppose there is a game or there is an exam, and in the previous attempt you did not score well. So you need to step off your game. Suppose like Muktikan sir is a mathematics teacher. So more mane 100 ru 50 thila. I scored only 50 out of 100 in the previous exam. So sir is going to call me up. Look, Prasanna, you need to step off your game. That means you need to constantly improve yourself to secure good mark. So like that, when India and Pakistan, whenever India and anybody is playing, and whenever there is a failure, then how Ravi Sastry and other commentators telling India needs to step up its game in all department. Have you ever heard it? Try to listen it. This is called step of your game. Step of your game means whenever you want to improve yourself to achieve something. Okay. So whenever you want to improve yourself to achieve something, that is called step of your game. Suppose you can say, sir, I'm not able to speak English. I need to step off your game. Or I can say, you guys, what happens? You have been with me for quite some time. So there are a lot of things you're supposed to improve. So you need to step off your game. Step off your game. It's not only here, in all the things. Suppose you're a businessman. You are not performing well in your chosen business. I can say, look, you need to step up your game here. That means you need to bring more, invest more money. You need to create more market. A lot of things. Suppose you are a political party or a politician. I need to say that, look, you need to step up your game. That means you have to contact more people to bring your fold. You have to, give more time to the people so that they will be loyal to you at the time of election. Like that. Suppose you are a teacher, you need to improve your methodology, you need to bring some technique. So I can say you need to step up your game. Suppose I am a trainer, so I'm running a company. You can say, like, sir, you need to step up your game. That means I need to do more work with my team to bring more people to my fold. So, like, this is not only happens in study. It can be in education, it can be in agriculture, it can be anywhere where there is a improvement to achieve success. Suppose there is a farmer, and this farmer needs to put he need to plow more field. So you can he need to step up game this year, like that. So it happens anywhere and everywhere. So step up means to improve yourself to achieve something. Something can be anything. It is your own field. You are politicians, then you have to have some more mass contact. You are such a teacher, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are a businessman, anything like that. You are a student. So based on that, you need to improve. Everybody needs improving in your life. So why can't you? So that is called step up your game. Okay. And the last one, very interesting. I have already informed you, but still let me tell you. It's a, or it is a catch 22 situation for me. So what do you mean by catch 22? Catch 22. Look, it's very interesting. Catch 22. You might be thinking something else. No, this is a very powerful thing. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟିଆ example ଦେବି ଆପଣ ସେଇଠୁ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ବୁଝିପାରିବେ what do you mean by that. Like suppose you are a fresher. ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ as a fresher, suppose you are a software engineer, ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ graduation କଲେ କୋଉ engineering collegeରୁ ଆପଣ ଯିବେ. Suppose I am the HR of a company. ତ ମୋର ଦରକାର ଅଛି I need experience 1 year. बिना एक्सपीरियंस रे आपण जॉब करिया डिफिकल्ट हे जाउछि. एक्सेप्ट गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर, प्राइवेट सेक्टर गले अनलेस अंटिल इट इज हाईली रिक्वायर्ड से माने कहबे आपण एक्सपीरियंस नथिले जॉब करिवनी. किंतु जॉब करिया पई एक्सपीरियंस दरकार. अच्छा आपण एक्सपीरियंस पाइबे किंतु जॉब करले ताले कोटा करिवे. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड कैच 22 सिचुएशन. ता माने आपण जॉब पाइबे सेति पई एक्सपीरियंस दरकार. देखंतु केते इंटरेस्टिंग जिंस. एक्सपीरियंस पाया ପାଇଁ जॉब दरकार ताले कोटा करिवे दैट इज कॉल्ड कैच 22 आपनकर दीटा फ्रेंड अछंती गोपाल एंड पीटर गोपाल रो जो दिन मैरिज पीटर से दिन मैरिज गोपाल डाकुची आसो मो बाहागर को पीटर मध्य डाकुची कौन करिवे आपण जदि आ पाखकू जिबे ये मन खराब करिवो आ पाखकू गले ये मन खराब करिवो सो कैच 22 सिचुएशन just like you have one cake and you have two kid आपण आकु देले से रागुची ताकु देले से रागुची catch 22 situation so catch 22 situation is something is just like a deadlock it's a pretty difficult situation for you to manage so you can say getting a job right now becomes a catch 22 situation so catch 20 situation can be used whenever it's quite difficult for you what to do what not to do you are completely lost आपण ट्रैफिक रे केतले थिबे ट्रैफिक रे ना आगो को जाई परिबे ना पछु को आसी परिबे दैट इज कॉल्ड catch 22 situation right so most of the time what exactly I want to say is catch 22 situation you must have come across some situation that is called catch 22 catch 22 माने एटा करिया पई सेटा दरकार सेटा करिया पई एटा दरकार किमा याडू हमें ओडिया रे हमें को ना सर catch 22 ओडिया कोन जानछंती आपण समझ जानछंती एपट माइले गोहत्या सेपट माइले ब्रह्महत्या तार एग्जैक्ट इंग्लिश होची कैच 22 किंतु आपण ताकू ट्रांसलेशन करंती डोंट डू ट्रांसलेशन पत्यार देबे मु सिचुएशन अछि कहि देबी आपण आपण कोंतु ना एपटू मारले गोहत्या सेपटू मारले ब्रह्महत्या आपण भला भाबरे यूज करछन्ती लॉट ऑफ पीपल बिकॉज़ वी गाइज आर वेरी मच acquainted with these words but whenever it comes to english we are looking for the translation and that's a negative for you guys okay so that is something called catch 22 situation okay now this is clear to everybody or any doubt ask me eta clear he gala yes yes or no
Yes, sir.
okay
Yes, sir.
please
Clear.
Yes,
please
sir.
take a screenshot please take
Yes,
a
sir.
screenshot okay please take a screenshot okay